Hello, today I'll be reviewing a tool that can be used for online learning. The tool is Canvas by Instructure. Canvas is a learning management system which was widely launched in 2011 and is currently being used in over 600 colleges, universities and schools around the world. The tool is predominantly used for teaching and learning online as well as for blended learning, and it can also be accessed from mobile devices. The first thing you see when you log into Canvas is the smooth, clean interface, which is the dashboard. The dashboard consists of three main areas. The areas are the global navigation, which is across the top of the page, the sidebar with the various types of feeds, and the main body, which consists of the global stream. The top shows you the courses that you've been enrolled in, any assignments that are due in, any grades that you've been given, and then finally the calendar options. Any announcements or conversation messages or any discussions that have taken place can all be found here. The calendar feature is a very interesting part of Canvas. One of the first things you'll see is that the calendar is used for reminding students of any graded assignments. In my case, for this particular unit of teaching and learning online, all my assessments are due in on one day, which is the 14th of May. This has actually shown up on the calendar, and it's in the color green, and it can also be seen here. Now, if I was registered on more than one course and I had a variety of assignments that were due in, it might pack out the calendar, which makes it hard to keep track of what needs to be done. An easy way of doing this is by actually clicking on the color which is registered with the type of course or the assignment that's due in. So in this case, if I want to make sure that none of the teaching and learning online assignments are viewable, I would simply click on the side, and as you can see, it's disappeared. Now, what's interesting is that this feature was updated within Canvas's calendar based on user feedback. Another very interesting aspect of the calendar is that it syncs automatically with other areas within Canvas, so there's no need to manually go back and forth every time something's been edited. Now we're going to move on to the next part of a feature of a tool, a feature within Canvas that I find interesting, and that's the communication feature within Canvas that can be accessed from the inbox. This area can be used to stay in touch with other students in your course and any of your tutors. What's interesting is that your message is delivered to your recipient in a way they've requested from within Canvas. They don't necessarily have to be in Canvas to see your message. They can get it via email, SMS, and Facebook. The flexibility that this affords is truly helpful when working in an online setting. The notification preferences is also very simple to set up. By clicking on the settings area and then clicking on the notifications tab, you will then be able to go to the areas which you can then choose your notifications from. So for example, by clicking on the discussions area, you can currently see that I'm getting daily updates. Now I might not want any updates, or I might want weekly updates, so I would choose them from here. Another fantastic feature that I'll be talking to you about now is the conferences feature, which is used for conducting synchronous activity with either your instructor or with your fellow students. This can be accessed from the Conferences tab on the left hand side. As you can see here, these are a variety of conferences that have currently been set up. Now it's simply a case of clicking on a new conference, and from here you can choose the name of your conference, how long you want it to be, whether you'd like to record it, and who you'd like to invite from your course. Once you've set that up, it opens in a new link, which you can see here in front of you, in a tool called the big blue button. As you can see, I'm here. This area is the chat space, and you can see your members who've joined in the discussion if they've set up their video devices here. It's a fantastic tool, and it's very simple to navigate. One drawback, however, that I've personally found from this is that it does not let me delete or end any of the conferences that I've set up prior. To give you an example, the 6 degrees of freedom activity you can see in front of you now, I would like to end that. I set it up, I was the moderator, and I would like to end that. So by clicking on end, it should allow me to get rid of that. But as you can see from this message that's appeared, it doesn't let me do this. One of the potential drawbacks of this is that with so many sessions in progress, any students or instructors that have been invited to a session can get confused in regards to which one they should be joining. And this has actually happened with me and students and teachers that I've invited to this course. There are other interesting features within Canvas, such as the fact that assessments can be submitted online, and the fact that because it's a cloud-based tool, updates and features can be added every 2 weeks based on user feedback. Although this is an advantage, one of the drawbacks of this is that updates can happen which can change the way the user interface works. There can be areas that you've been navigating to from a certain area within the tool, and due to an update that's occurred, that can now change its location. So that can be a bit problematic, particularly as an online student, because you're trying to get used to a certain part of the tool, and when that's changed and you don't have the technical support or your instructor on hand, it can become a bit daunting. Other potential drawbacks with the tool at the moment is that it doesn't have a native Android grading app, nor does it have a native mobile polling app available. At the same time, although the tool is available on mobile devices, not all the features of Canvas have currently been integrated onto the apps. In my opinion, if I was to conclude the review, I would say that although not perfect, I do find Canvas's interface to be much more sleeker and intuitive in comparison to others such as Blackboard and Moodle. I can navigate it easily, it didn't take me as long to get to grips with it, and to top it all off, it's full of interesting, well thought out features that are consistently being improved based on user feedback. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my review.